It's Old Man Bull Market here with a very exciting video. That's right, you're going to witness my brutal DLX Legends Challenge completion run. That's right, if an old bloke like me can get through it, so can you. So we'll just see the team I used and we'll have a bit sit back and relax and watch me get beat up on the final path. So if you're after exceptionally brilliant gameplay, you want to see a skillful master just thread the needle and just eliminate the obstacles that the champions put through in this challenge, then it's probably not going to be me. But it's going to be fun, and I got through it, and that's the whole point of playing this game, because we do it all for fun. So sit back, relax, and I'll roll the tape. Rightio, so let's go through the final run of the brutal DLX challenge, and you can see here I've got Herc. We're already at 12 feats of strength. That's because I've been using Herc against Winter Shoulder to build them up. That way when I'm ready to go up against Hulk, I'm all ready to rock and roll. So it's just the usual case of just getting in here and just bashing into Winter Soldier. The thing to remember with this particular champ is he's got that particular node where when that timer goes down, he's got that death touch thing, and that can sort of wreck your day as well if you have that and you get that triggered. But really, he's actually not a really difficult fight at all. You just got to sort of just dodge a bit, go through a bit. I actually got stung there. As you can see, and thankfully, ranked up, I just smashed him. But see how prior to that, I actually did get hit, got stung, but because I had Heimdall, got the indestructible and survived. Now jugs for me, it's just so easy. You just get your white mags, and you just apply, the pre-fight. Because that will apply the passive stun, and then with the passive stun, it makes it a little bit easier for Archangel. Just thought I'd just fill up the tank a little bit on him, because he always needs a little bit more gas and all that sort of stuff. And realistically, it's just Archangel magic with this guy. You just parry heavy just to get ready and apply those neurotoxins. So see how that one we go in, we get rid of that immune dual debuffs bit, and we just got to keep coming in. There's some bleeds just starting to get stacked on him now. Here's a poison, and then we get 2 neurotoxins. All right, I've been rooted, not a real big deal, just got to be mindful about it. And we can come in here again, and we just got to parry. Yep, and there we go. And now we put that immune thing on the timer, back in some more bleeds. He's now rooted. I can go into him, hit some poisons, get some neurotoxins back, and it's pretty basic sort of play really that you've got to do with him. But he is Juggernaut, and he can easily catch you and punch you in the face. So it's one to still be mindful about. But it just makes life so much easier to have white mags as pre-fight, and that pre-fight, like I said, puts the passive stun in, and it just makes this fight just that much easier. And look, at the end of the day, that's what we want in this game. You don't necessarily want to create unnecessary problems and make things tougher than they need to be. I mean, who wants that? Then that doesn't make things fun. So it's important to try and find out ways of making any of the fights that you come across in the game as easy as possible. And well, at least that's how I look at it. I'm not saying this is some sort of a cheese option. I mean, it's not a cheese in that sense, but it's utilising some champs just to make sure I can get through this particular fight. And we're just going to keep going. We've only got 2 neurotoxins on him, but at least every time we wait and then take it easy, we get it there. We've got to be careful here, only 11% now, so I'm going to get a punch in the head and all that sort of stuff, and then find out he's got me. I'm just going to have to sit back here and wait until the rooted's off, and I'm going to try and have to bait this thing. And let's get this one in here, and geez, I'm in big trouble here. I think I'll be doing a revive. 2%, one bad hit, and I'll be Donsky. And anyway, let's get in here. Fly, and bingo. I killed myself. 7% got him down to the final 7. Hey, that's what happens. Like I said in the beginning of my intro, this is not some, surgically brilliant gameplay. I'm just a person who plays this game like countless of other people that play this game, and we just do what we've got to do, right? So, fortunately, I've got plenty of revives and health potions, so this will be pretty easy now, of course, because we just get to, restart it again. And we'll finish up very, very shortly here with Juggernaut, and then we're getting down to the business end, getting this particular quest done. Here's our first parry heavy, and then we get another one coming through right now, Whooshka, and thanks very much, no more Juggernaut. And I'm glad I won't be seeing him for a while, because he's just annoying, really, really annoying. So, yes, I wish it was 8 seconds, but followed through. Okay, so our third fight's got old Vision OG. This is a cheese fight because you just use red mags. And it is just simplest red mags play of just parry heavy all the way through. Just keep building up, his prowesses and get race basically to his SP3, hit it, and then he's finished. He's just that easy. The only annoying thing is it is vision, and he does have that ability to just, pile on that extra bit of power, which could see him quickly get to his power bar 3, and if he gets to his power bar 3, he's going to SP3 you, and that just sort of takes the shine off a few things. But other than that, it's just simply what I'm doing here: power heavy, parry heavy, and take out some very simple special 1s and 2s. They're very easy to evade. He's not a difficult champ at all, and we just keep going through these motions. Just good old school red mags. I mean, isn't it funny? This is like an OG champ. You've just had prior match, we had AA Archangel. He's an OG as well, and they're still great champs. And in the years 2023, we've got all these other brilliant champs that we're always told how great they are, and look what we're using in this particular team. Older champs that came from, I believe, 2015 and all that. Oh, here we go. Gotta watch this. He's got his full power. Yep, he's gonna punch me in the face. However, keep in mind, I do have my protection from Heimdall. So look at that. I'm back to 40, and this is gonna make things easy because I'm just gonna parry and hit him a few times, quickly build up my prowesses, and this should be enough just to take him out. And you just watch how magical this is. Just crunch, 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 and bang. Alright, 17% left, and we'll just build all this up again. Go through. I probably should have given myself one more degree, but look at that. Just in the face. Easy, as you can see. Red mags, pretty easy. Okay, so we come in here to our Scarlet Witch fight. She's interesting because you basically got to, hold your heavy. That's the only way you can build power, and then you also rapidly build up prowesses. As you can see in this particular fight, I'm using white mags here, and the reason I use white mags is he's also a low crit champion, because one of the things in the node that you have against Scarlet Witch here is if you crit, you get all sorts of trouble done back to you as well. I think it's the poison stuff that comes back off. But also, this fight was always important because white mags only has 6 charges, which means you spend 2 on every pre-fight. So it means in theory, if you don't use him and beat someone, you're only going to get 3 goes. But as you can see, this challenge has 6 paths that you've got to repeat. So the key is, if you are starting this for the first time on path 1, and this is your first fight against Scarlet Witch, use white mags and beat her, and then build up your charge. And by doing so, you've got the charge in the bank to use again against Juggernaut. So it becomes like a little bit of a cycle that you get used to, and all that sort of stuff. So again, you can see how awesome my play is. Just getting myself caught and all that sort of stuff. But hey, that's why you got revives. That's why we don't sort of worry about these things. The objective is just to get the challenge done. This nonsense that, you've got to do it, and you did it with 0 revives and all this stuff, all that sort of stuff. If someone out there can do it, well and good. So here we go with Archangel. This time it's a little bit easier because you know, we can hopefully apply some neurotoxins rather quickly, and that'll then really start to hurt. And of course, the idea of, you know, the way to beating Scarlet Witch here is you've got to hold the heavy, build up your power, and then she takes damage only from, you know, your specials. But of course, you know, the neurotoxin works differently because it's a passive. And as you can see, it's you know, helping us out already. Piddly, it's only a 1 neurotoxin. Now we're on the 3, so now it's going to start to bite in a bit more and all that sort of stuff. Bloody bitch, bloody flipping again. Anyway, she's done. So, goodbye Scarlet Witch, thanks for coming. And we're coming in now to our second last fight with Wolverine, and again this is where we will see the magic of red mags against Wolverine, because Wolverine is metal, and as you know, if you come across any opponent who is metal, you just use red mags and it's basically game over. So we go through the same basic process as before, except in this particular fight, every time we hold our heavy, we build up Furies, and you know, we can really start, you know, stacking them up. So that'll just mean when we actually do action as special or even our normal attacks, we've just got more, you know, punching power. And of course, by doing the parry heavy, this is what's really good for red mags, because this is powering up his prowesses, which is what we want. And again, sure, it's pretty boring, you know, backwards and forwards, parry heavy, then, you know, when Wolverine gets up to 2 bars of power, we've got to try and bait out his SP2, because we don't want to have him SP3, so there we go, it's baited out. Just go back in, because we've got to hit him up a bit to build up our power bars and all that sort of stuff. But it's pretty easy. You get into the rhythm of this fight, you know, not too hard. This is the thing, you know, again, if you've got these sort of champs, like I said, this was the crew I used, and I thought it was very effective, and there are plenty of other people who have no doubt posted things on YouTube that are better. Here we go, we're up here now, SP3, just watch Wolverine, he just completely and utterly is finished, bang. I mean, you can call that cheese, you can call that a cheat code, you can call it whatever you like, but that's just awesome. It's really good. So that's path 6 pretty much done and dusted, and now we go very shortly and we fight Hulk, who's the final boss of this particular challenge. And this is why I was using Herc just to fight the Winter Soldiers along the way and build up his charges, because at least in my Herc, when he starts, as you see, he's already got 12 feats, and trust me, you need all that help, because you've got a 770,000 health pool on this Hulk. I'm going to obviously try my best to see if I can one-shot him. I probably won't, but we'll just do our best. You know, don't worry, that's not a great start. Remember, the way to try to help here is to try and evade a lot of his stuff, because while you evade, you pick up some extra Furies, which makes you a little stronger. But this guy can be pretty damn defensive sometimes. He can just be difficult, and you know, trying to bait things out. You know, the slap's good, because if you can avoid that, that's really handy. We go in here, that's good. SP2, I'm knocking him down. I'm just concerned that I'm still pretty low. I'm only going to make 1 or 2 mistakes and he'll flatten me. Yes, my immortality is going to come in as well if that were to happen, but no, we're getting him down. We're down to 2/3 of his health. But remember, every time you can, there we go, got my indestructible hit. That's why Heimdall's there, just to help you have that. And then, of course, this is what you got to watch out when he's angry. You get this time wasted, because he's got that unstoppable, and that just really sucks up some time. And then, you know, the problem here is I'm going to run out of time. He got me there, clipped me, and yeah, this one's just going to be object failure here, because he's going to slap me in the face. Alright, so that didn't get him one-shotted, but hey, I'm not worried. Again, the objective here is just to win. I want to win the particular contest here, or the challenge, and by winning it, we then get the loot from it, and more importantly, we get that special token that will allow us to pick one of the legendary 7-star champs that's going to come into the game. At this point in time, I'm erring between Sam Wilson and Black Panther, believe it or not. I have no interest in Ebony Coleslaw. I know people say you should get him because he'd be great, because he's good for defense, but I play this game to attack, you know, build up other things. I'm not here to just build up defensive assets and all that sort of stuff purely on that line there, so I'm not interested in picking him if that's, obviously he's one of the available champs. I'm trying to make sure I can get through Hulk. This is not going as well as I hope, because he's going to get me in the wall in a minute, or he's going to get up to his thing. Oh no, he used that. That's good. All right, let's try and peg some more off him. Come on, let's keep going in there. We've got a SP2 to hit. Oh, good, good. Oh no, he went unblockable. Shh, that's what I'm saying. See how I got caught there? I wasn't watching. I'm in trouble now, and here we go, because my indestructible just finished and he got me. Unreal. Oh well, I think it's pretty obvious in this one. I'm going to beat him in 3 goes. So look at that, just 125,000 left. Another quick cheeky revive. Again, you know, look, don't feel bad about it. It's why you have them. This is what the game's about. I can guarantee 99% of people playing this are going to do what I'm doing just to get through it. You know, it's just these few people we see on YouTube that are just brilliant at it. So let's get back into the motions here, dodge up a bit, build up some of these furies, because it just means I can hit a bit harder. Oh, he caught me, and he caught me again. Jeez, I better not be doing a 4th go here, that'll be really embarrassing. And all that sort of stuff. So come on, let's bait out that number 2. Come on, Hulky. Let's go. I'm walking now. There we go. We're going to have to hit some specials. Get in there. And whooshka. He's out for the count. Okay, done. Mission accomplished. That's what we want. We want it done. And of course, we're going to do chapter 1 as well and get that fully done. That's the boring part about the special challenges, having to do all those bloody lanes again, especially on the real basic levels. Anyway, that was my team that I used. Hopefully you got some information about that. You can see how useful that was. And I just wish everyone the best of luck in their approach to the brutal DLX challenge. Hopefully you get there. You want to get that token so you can then have the ability to pick that special 7-star that'll be available in a few weeks' time. So if you've got any comments, just put them in the comment section below, and please like the video. It helps on the algorithm. And until next time, take it easy. See you later.